everybody, happy Sunday, and once again the forecast is calling for rain. However, at the moment it's only cloudy outside, so let's go hit up a flea market I've not yet been to this year. And we have arrived at the Quakertown Farmers Market, which is looking a little slower than usual. However, as you can see, there is still plenty of media to look through, so I am happy. Hopefully something here I do want to pick up. And the first thing I come across is some Dragon Ball, The Magic Begins. I've never heard of that, but I am intrigued. And of course, I cannot pass up on some Super Friends. Awesome find. Then into the CDs and some Transplants. Wow, great album, but I do already have it. And the same thing goes with the Toasters Hard Band for Dead. Another great album I do already have. But this Me First and the Gimme Gimme CD, that I do not yet have. Gonna grab that. Great find. Then on to a whole bunch more DVDs and apparently some adult titles as well. Gonna pretty much pass up on everything here. A lot of very common titles, and most of this was sun-faded. However, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command would have been a cool find, but it was horribly scratched. They also had some History Channel, did not need that, but I will grab Very Bad Things for the Store. That's a pretty cool find. And of course, I cannot pass up on a brand new hat. I don't come across these too often, and for only $5, I'm gonna pick that up. That was a great find right there. Then I came across a few PlayStation 2 games, looks like some Xbox 360, nothing I want to grab there, but whoa, check out these Star Trek The Next Generation box sets. If I'm not mistaken, these are from maybe the Germany area or something, somewhere over in Europe, not American releases. These are really cool. He was asking 8 a piece, not a bad deal, but they were not in the best condition, so I did pass up on those. Then into these bins here, and nothing that's really speaking to me, although, okay, wait a minute. They did have some PBS, that is cool. Grabbing that for my collection, and I can never pass on some Michael Myers for the Store. That is a really cool find as well. Or at least it would have been had the disc been inside, so obviously I'm gonna pass up on that. They also had an HD DVD, very cool but very common, and I have no idea what this is. Looks like it could be interesting. For $1, I might grab it. And they also had some Tropic Thunder on Blu-ray, another really cool find right there. And I don't know, guys, you tell me, should I have bought myself a new guitar? Been a while since I've last played, and I could use one. I don't know, I'm tempted, guys. Maybe I should have grabbed that. So then into yet another tub of DVDs, which were all kind of weirdly priced. He wanted a lot more for his Disney titles, of course, and his Blu-rays were also priced a little bit higher as well. So unfortunately, I did not pick up any movies off this guy. Even though he did have some stuff I would have grabbed at least for the Store, but again, all his prices were not exactly the best, so I am going to pass up on those. But oddly enough, his video games were actually priced extremely cheap. Not sure why that was, but I am at least going to grab 2 of these. How can I pass up on some Star Wars for the Wii? Those were pretty cool finds. And these ladies here were looking to make some deals. I loved it. Found some brand new factory sealed Seasons of the UK Office. Very, very awesome. Also Season 1 of the US Office. Again, very cool. Love those series. Some JFK, interesting, but I already have that. Don't need that. But this here is what really had me intrigued. Not sure what that is, but I am probably going to grab it. And I've never wanted to know so bad, does my car have a front license plate holder? I don't remember, but I wish I did, because if I knew, I probably would have grabbed that. Now this guy had some cool stuff, but not all in the best condition. That title there was scratched, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, would have grabbed that for the Store, but it was in really bad condition. Luckily, HUD was looking pretty good. So was Dennis Leary, but the Lewis Blacks, he had 3 of these. Great stand-up specials, but all in really bad condition. I did have to pass up on those, but at least I did grab a few things from him. And okay, this is amazing. I'll explain later. I am definitely picking up that duck. They also had a Terry. That is really cool. I do love my Pee-wee. And it appears there were some He-Man figures there. Very cool. And whoa, a Randy as well. Again, from Pee-wee. Very, very cool. And probably one of the coolest TVs I've ever seen. May have grabbed a few of those. And then on to a ton more DVDs. Now this guy was really, really cool. We were talking for a while about our collections, and he was convinced he'd find me a title that I needed to add to my collection, and he could not do it. He was impressed. But sadly, nothing there I did want to pick up. So let's go inside to the barn, see what's in here. And the first thing I find is an entire display here of movies, some $1 titles there, very cool. 3 walls just completely full of movies. There has to be at least one title in here that I want to get my hands on. The question is though, what are the prices like? And judging by this Felix box set that I really did want to grab at $30, I might be passing on most of this. But Mortal Oral, really want to grab that. He has it marked at 7. Not a bad deal. I might have to pick that up. And he had a few Blu-rays as well, but nothing here I needed for my collection. And this is what I love to see, some more HD DVDs. But unfortunately, once again, nothing I needed for my collection, even though the prices were amazing, but still nothing I needed there. Gonna pass up on all of those. And then into a toy store. Look at all this amazing stuff, including, oh yeah, we have Double View Viewmaster films. These are amazing. $5 a piece. I'm probably going to grab at least one of them. I'm thinking the Mork and Mindy. I don't come across these very often. That was an amazing find. And the guy next door had a ton of VHS and some DVDs and some really cool stuff, some awesome horror. Now, these were not priced badly, but they were priced at kind of where they should be. And as such, I just wasn't going to pick anything up. There was nothing I absolutely needed for my collection at the moment, although an Evil Dead 2 unopened on VHS was kind of intriguing and very tempting. So I did pass up on most of this. However, for some reason, the guy actually had a copy of the out-of-print License to Drive, brand new factory sealed for really cheap. So, okay, that I'm gonna pick up. So that did about do it, guys, and okay, yikes. Yeah, alright, that's it. Let's get out of here, and let's take a look at everything that I picked up. Alright guys, back home from the Quakertown Farmers Market, or as it's more commonly known in the area, Q-Mart. You guys have seen me out here many times before. This is my first time out here this year, so very excited about that. Although I guess I could have picked a better day. Again, they're calling for rain because it just never stops raining here now for some reason. I guess Pennsylvania is the new Seattle. I have no idea. The rain will not stop. So as such, there were people set up because it's not raining yet, but as you saw in the video, there were many open tables. I think a lot of people just stayed home due to the possible bad weather. However, like I said, there were still people out selling, and I did manage to find some good deals. So let's take a look at what it is that I did pick up at my first trip to Q-Mart of 2018. So first up, this is awesome. I got myself a new hat. Yeah, picked up another hat. I don't come across these hats very often. I used to see them all the time, but I guess maybe they're not really in style anymore. I don't know. I like them. So I don't see these too often. So when I came across one for $5, I did have to pick it up. In fact, I was gonna buy 2, but the people selling these were actually out of larges. This was their last one. I have a big head. Yeah, last large they had. They did say they will be getting more in, so next time I go to Q-Mart, I'll see if they have any more larges. If they do, I'll buy one, but for $5, great deal. Could not pass up on a new hat. This one here is starting to get a little faded. Probably gonna wear this one until maybe the end of the summer. By then, I'm sure this hat will look more brown than it does black. So then I picked up some toys as well. The whole reason why I was drawn to this lady's table was mainly for this really cool duck. This is called Ducky Love. look at this thing. It's amazing. Now, my wife collects ducks. She actually does collect rubber ducks, and when I first saw she had a couple, I was intrigued because I wanted to possibly pick up a duck for my wife. But this is not for my wife. This is for a friend of mine. I'm pretty sure they actually made a duck to look like my friend. I mean, this is him. The smoking jacket, the pompadour, I mean, everything. This is my friend right here, which is, it's just mind blown when I saw this. So yeah, like I said, I saw the ducks, thought, oh cool, something for my wife. Then saw my friend in duck form, and I had to pick that up for him. That was a really cool find. Looking forward to giving him that probably at Blobfest. Awesome find there. Then I did pick up this He-Man figure. I'm not really sure who this character is. I don't know all the names of all the characters, but I grabbed this guy. I'm sure you guys are yelling at the screen right now, telling me what his name is. I can't remember for the life of me. I watched the show. I do own the show. I had the figures back in the day, but my mind is going blank. What is the name of this guy? Not sure, but had to grab him. Very, very cool. I love his like rubber back. It's still in really good condition. So very cool find. Could not pass up on some He-Man. And then I grabbed some Pee-wee's Playhouse figures. We have Terry, very cool. He does wind up, and as you can see, he walks. Very cool. And then I found a Randy as well. Now, the Terry here, still going. The Terry here I see every so often. In fact, I used to have one of these back in the day. I had like a little shelf of toys. He was on that shelf. So I do come across those here and there. However, the Randy, first time ever seeing one of these. That is cool. I'm not sure if this is more uncommon or what, but yeah, that was awesome. I had to grab him. It's a really little tiny Randy too. So very cool. Again, I just don't ever see this guy out in the wild, so I had to pick him up for the store. Cool find there. All right, then I grabbed myself another Double View cassette here. This is awesome. Double View is it was made by Viewmaster, and it's kind of like the Fisher-Price movie viewers or any of those things. There were like 20 different companies making things just like this all at the same time in like the 70s and 80s. And what they are, as you can kind of see, they're probably, there you go. It's just film reels, and they're in there in such a way, they're wound in there in such a way that they're on a continuous loop. So what you would do with the Double View actually is you would put one side into your Viewmaster, which is, it was a different Viewmaster, not your typical, you know, click ones, a whole different type, and it would play the little loop of film, and you would see the bit of film, and then you could pop it out and put the other side in and play the other little bit of film. So pretty awesome. I do have another one of these in my collection. This is now the second one I have. That is great. So had to grab it. They had a couple, as you could see. Actually, there's the Double View right there. Can you kind of see that? Focus? Not really. Anyway, yeah, they had a couple of them, $5 a piece, not a bad deal, but I decided to just get the Mork and Mindy because this is the one I was most interested in. If I go back throughout the summer and they still have the other ones there, I'll probably grab them. I have a feeling I'll grab all, well, there were 2 left. I'll probably have both of those in my collection at some point throughout the summer unless somebody else buys them. So very cool, awesome to have 2 of these. I did ask, he does not have a player for these. I don't have one yet either. I would love to get one, although to be honest, all of my Double Views right now were carded, so if I got a player, I probably wouldn't use it anyway, because I kind of don't want to uncard these. So still, very cool, awesome, $5, not a bad deal for something I just never see out in the wild. Then I started things off with a guy who had some cool stuff. We have Me First and the Gimme Gimmes Take a Break. Me First in the Gimme Gimmes is a really cool punk band that does covers of very popular songs. Like, let's see, Hello, Crazy, I'm trying to figure ones you guys are gonna know, Natural Woman, you know, stuff like that, like, songs that are very popular, you know, radio songs from decades past, and they cover these songs, but they turn them into punk songs. So it's these classic songs you're familiar with, but done in a punk style. It's very cool, awesome band. I thought I actually had this, and I almost passed on it, but I did double check, thankfully, and I don't have it. So I had to grab that. Very cool to have that. Then this is interesting. Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins. When I saw this, I thought, wait, like the Dragon Ball, like the anime Dragon Ball? And I was thinking, no, it's probably something with just a similar name. But reading the back here, it does talk about King Horn sets out to find all 7 of the Dragon Pearls. So I'm guessing this is at least based off of the anime series, which was it like Manga First or something? I don't know. It's based off like the Dragon Ball we all know. I'm guessing. I have no idea. If you guys are familiar with this or really know anything about it, leave a comment down below, because this is new to me, but for $1, I had to grab that. And then for the store, I picked up Super Friends, the Legendary Super Friends, the Legendary Superpowers Show. It rolls off the tongue. The complete series. I have this in my collection. It is awesome. I love these releases. So yeah, grabbing that one for the store. Very cool find there. Then I came across a guy who had a ton of DVDs, and apparently, according to a sign, some adult titles as well that I could have asked to have seen. I didn't want to know. And everything he had was either sun-faded or scratched or just very common titles, with the exception of Very Bad Things. This is a really cool find. I want to say, is this still out of print, or at least it's out of print like only by itself? It might be available in like some like box set or something. I forget. For some reason, this one here is a good pickup. I've grabbed a couple copies of this in the past. They've always sold. So I'm grabbing another one for the store. Awesome find, and a really good dark comedy. If you guys have not seen this movie, see it. It's twisted. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it. Then I came across a guy who had some tubs of movies. I got The Kennedys, An American Experience. Very cool. I love PBS documentaries. They're always really good. This I've never heard of. You guys can tell me. The Dresden Dolls live at the Roundhouse in London. Is this a punk band? Because it does say this is punk cabaret. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with this band at all. I really don't know anything about them. So I don't know if they are a punk band or not. I'm not sure. These are both $1. I figured, what the heck? I'm just going to grab this and we will see. But again, if you guys know, leave a comment. And then for the store, I picked up Tropic Thunder on Blu-ray because it's a fantastic movie. Why would I not grab the director's cut of Tropic Thunder for the store? Awesome find right there. Then there was that guy who had all those DVDs and some Blu-rays, all marked at like different prices. He of course wanted more for his Disney titles, and he wanted more for his Blu-rays. And there was that box set of what John Adams that he wanted more for as well. And then he goes, "Oh, but the games are yada yada yada," and they were like stupid cheap. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I bought 2 for the store. We have Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, and Star Wars, The Clone Wars with a big star on it for some reason. So, okay, cool. Again, I do actually have a Wii in the house, but I never play it. So these are for the store. I think possibly awesome finds. It's video games. It's Star Wars. I had to grab them. The price was right. Then there were some ladies who were packing up. They were ready to leave, and I asked how much for their movies, and they said, "We're packing up. Just shoot something out." And they gave me these for a really good price. So the only thing I picked up for me was this CBS sneak peek free DVD from Blockbuster. That's pretty cool. It's still brand new, factory sealed. I guess features sneak peeks of Navy NCSI. There was a Navy NCSI. Jeez. Cold Case, The Brotherhood of Poland. I've never heard of that movie. Was that Randy Quaid? I've never heard of that series before. What is that? Joan of Arcadia. I've heard of that. Never seen it. The Handler and 2.5 Men. So all right. A bunch of shows I'm not too familiar with, but this was still really cool. It's factory sealed. It's from Blockbuster. I'm just going to keep it sealed. That's awesome. And then for the store, some Office. We have season 1 of the US series, fantastic. And then we have seasons 1 and 2 of the UK series. Oh, this is so good. If you guys have not seen the original UK, The Office, you have to. It's amazing. Such a funny and fantastic series. I love it. Wish it would have gone on for just as long as the US Office would have. But very cool. They're both factory sealed. Actually, all of these are factory. Everything they had I picked up was factory sealed. So I grabbed them all. Very cool finds. And again, they gave me a fantastic price on all of that. Then I went inside and found Moral Oral, the Unholy version. This being, I think, was this volume 1? Was there ever more than one volume of this? There might have been. This was an Adult Swim show, kind of like the Davy and Goliath, like old animation, or it was stop motion, I guess. If you guys remember that from a long time ago. Basically based off of that, but unlike the Davy and Goliath, what do you want to call it? Stop motion. That was very kind of religious in a way. This here kind of pokes fun at that. It's really good. I love this show. One of the few Adult Swim titles I did not yet have. So I had to grab it. He had it marked at 7, but gave it to me for 5. Awesome deal right there. I had to pick that up for my collection. Then this is from the guy who had a whole bunch of DVDs and VHS, all marked at not bad prices. I wasn't upset with his prices, but they were all kind of like your kind of typical standard prices, kind of what I would be charging for those titles at the store. So nothing I was upset by, but titles I was like, don't really want to grab anything for the store because he already has them at store prices, and nothing I want to grab for me because nothing that's really just blowing me away. However, he had a copy of License to Drive, brand new factory sealed. This is out of print, and he had it for really cheap. So I have no idea, but yeah, grabbing that for the store, that's an awesome find. And the last 2 titles here came from a guy who had a whole bunch of DVDs, but sadly, a lot of them were in really bad condition. However, Paul Newman in HUD, this was minty fresh, so I did grab that. And we also have Dennis Leary, the complete Dennis Leary, which I guess comes with, let's see, No Cure for Cancer, and Locked and Loaded, and then a bunch of extras as well. So I don't know. They were $1 a piece. I picked them up. So some awesome finds there. And yeah, there you go. That is it. That's everything I picked up from my first trip out to the Quakertown Farmers Market of 2018. I guarantee you I will be back many, many more times. I love this place, and hopefully next time I go, the weather will be a bit nicer, and there's going to be a lot more people there. That's what I would like to see. Also, you may notice I did not go into the actual like inside section. I did go into the barn, which is still considered outside, but I did not go into their big farmers market like indoor section where very dusty stuff, where Video Bonanza is. The reason for that, I just did not feel like spending a ton of money today. I actually have a 3-day convention I will be at this coming weekend, so can't go too crazy spending money over the next couple days, and I knew had I gone into Video Bonanza, I would have been tempted to spend a lot more than I wanted to. So I figured I'm not going to tempt myself. I'll just stay away. It's a great store. I wasn't passing on them for any personal reasons, just I did not want to spend a lot of money. So next time I go to Q-Mart, I assure you, we're going to go check out Video Bonanza. I do love that store. Love the people who work there. So, all right, guys, that is it. So as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button and you're going to get one. Also, be sure to check out Patreon, where you can help support the show. The simple donation of $1 or more if you like really does help out, goes a long way, goes right back into these videos, and it also gains you early access on most of my videos as well. Also, be sure to check out Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself many designs of Cinema Sickness t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops and hats and buttons and all kinds of really cool Cinema Sickness gear. Again, proceeds do help out the show. And as always, most importantly, check out the Cinema Sickness Retro Store on Instagram, where you can pick up all kinds of awesome media, like a lot of the stuff you guys saw today in this video. Also cool things like toys and action figures and all kinds of stuff I'm dropping all over the floor. All kinds of really cool retro stuff and media as well. So as always, proceeds are by far the most important for the show. They are what keep this show going. Without them, I would not be doing this. So yeah, links to everything can be found down below in the description of this video. I'm gonna go lie down. I need a nap, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.